Welcome to Kerah Speaks, where the truth runs deep. Faithful, healed, and free. Real talk, real growth. Let the Spirit speak. Stories that set you free. Becoming who you're meant to be. Welcome to the conversation. Kerah Speaks.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Kerah Speaks, the Calling series. If you can go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you are watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe because we're still on the road to 500 subscribers. And if you're listening on the podcast, you see your screen on your phone, because I know you're listening on your phone. Click them 3 dots, follow, give me 5 stars, leave a comment, do all of the things. Okay, thank you so much. Today's guest, I'm very, very excited about. Okay, she is multifaceted. She does a little bit of everything. All right, her name is Kaliece Henry. She's a pageant queen, a licensed esthetician, a runway coach, a creative director, but most importantly, she's an advocate whose mission extends far beyond the stage. Through her platform, Kaliece is passionate about helping people discover their confidence from within while encouraging others to embrace their God-given beauty and purpose. Today, we are talking about confidence, representation, beauty standards, and the calling behind the woman that wears the crown. Let's welcome to the Calling series, the beautiful, the stunning Kaliece.
Listen. That was the most wonderful intro I have ever heard. I'm gonna need this recording. I'm gonna need it indubitably right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on the show and letting me be your first podcast that you're on
Yes,
today.
indeed. I'm an honor. This is an honor.
Thank you. So for those who may not know who Kaliece Henry is, who are you behind the crown?
Behind the crown, I tell people I'm quiet. Because when I step in front of the presence of people, I want people to feel the confidence that I didn't have growing up. So a lot of people will see me smiling and happy and laughing, but my inner circle behind the crown, they'll see me quiet because I'm cooking up my next move. I'm letting God speak to me a little bit more because it was a time where I thought I could do it all by myself. And that's been the most strongest thing to say and actually get comfortable with saying, because for me to be 24, I tell people we could all learn from each other. And I had to learn a lot by looking in the mirror as a 24-year-old. A lot of people would say I'm mature, I'm doing great things, and I'll look and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. So I'm quiet, but I'm also loud. I'm comfortable with doing so many other things, but I'm more quiet.
Yeah. When people hear the word pageant queen, what do you often hear from people, or what assumptions do you feel like people get wrong about pageant queens?
They think of the beauty, and I tell people that's the most misconception of pageant queens, because one thing that I tell people, the most beautiful thing could hurt you. Do not get caught up in the appearance. Same thing with politics, same thing with leaders, the same things of wrapping around on who do you want to represent. Don't get caught up with what's being out. And that goes for a lot of things, even to this day in our community. You need to look at what they're doing behind the scenes. You need to look at what's doing while they're not advocating. What are they doing when the camera's not rolling? I tell a lot of people it's not just dresses. It's not just, heels and fun times. It is about sisterhood. I love to promote the sisterhood portion because I have met a lot of great people. But I tell people the misconception is a lot of people just think of the beauty portion. But I have seen a lot of girls, it's like a career for them. I've seen a lot of hard work. I've seen some girls put their all, go broke, debt so much, have lost it all just to be on stage for one day. So it's the hard work people don't truly believe in.
You talked a little bit about confidence and identity. Has there ever been a season where you looked in the mirror and struggled to believe what everybody else saw?
Many times. And I'm comfortable with saying that because it's growth. We have so many different phases in life that we haven't even experienced. And I've seen that from other people I look up to and people who I look up to now, and that's including myself. When I look in the mirror, I used to feel that I wasn't as confident, or I used to be I used to be a people's pleaser. Let's go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and break that out the air. And that was
Mm-hmm.
a hard thing for me to accept. I am an empath. I love to feel people's energies. I love to see people's energy be more positive and even absorb the negative to help reshape that. I love looking at
Mm-hmm.
everybody's point of view because
Mm-hmm.
you never know who you could learn from.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm a very open minded individual. I tell people with me, I had to learn a lot about myself and I'm still learning. And
Yeah.
sometimes it can be very uncomfortable because around so many different people and losing the identity can be very easy. But that's why you have to give it to God.
Yeah.
I tell people, being friends with me, you're going to hear God more than once a day because he saved my life. And I
Mm.
encourage that for any individual. And I respect everybody's belief, but I just know mine. I know what
Yeah.
he's done for
Yeah.
me. He's still working on me to this day. So it's a blessing to
Yeah.
see where I'm at right now. Right
Right. Right.
now.
We all a work in progress
We
for
all work
sure.
in progress. And
Yeah.
it's we're not perfect. We don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. And if
Mm-hmm.
there is, it's kind of boring. Who wants to be normal?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
be yourself, be creative, be different, dare to be different,
Mm-hmm.
dare to be
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah. As a Black woman in this type of space with, pageant queens, and how is your experience being a Black girl, and not just a Black girl, but a dark skinned Black girl? What type of messages, or growing up, what type of messages about beauty did you receive, and what is your experience like just being a Black woman in this space?
So if I can, I'm gonna tell more of an experience from my very first pageant to my pageant I recently just did. I
Hmm.
was awarded Miss Congeniality for 2026, and I did place Georgia in the top 10 out of all national
Congratulations.
USA. So thank you so much. My very first pageant was USOA pageants, and it was in 2021. I felt I felt confident because the person who I was like, oh, I could do it. I could be me.
Hmm.
I wasn't even thinking of more me as a Black woman. I was like, I could just be a woman in it,
Mm,
pretty dresses and things like that. When I got to nationals in Las Vegas, it was very competitive.
mm,
I didn't see the confidence I thought I could have in the beginning. And then that's where I
mhm,
was thinking as a Black woman compared to more of predominantly white pageant systems, it did get a little insecure because I'm
mm.
looking at the hair, I'm looking at the
Yeah.
smiles, I'm looking at this typical standard pageant queen. And I lost myself in that few months after nationals because I didn't know what kind of pageant queen I wanted to be. It wasn't who I am today. And I had
Mhm,
to really sit down with myself and say, did I want to fake it to make it? Or did I
mm,
want to dare to be different to be me and show that people
mhm.
could do that? As a dark skinned woman in pageantry, someone important to me, and I'm actually going to say my mom. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my
Yeah.
mom because she helps me see parts of me that I didn't know was there. She said, Kaliece,
Wonderful.
as a black woman, we have to do more.
Mhm,
We have to do more because we were conditioned, and in our blood from ancestors, we were made to have to compete with each other and do more than others, and we had to put ourselves in the forefront, and that's not
mm,
fair. We could still be ourselves and still outshine the basic, but we
mhm,
had to put ourselves out more. This last pageant system, I did way more beyond than anything, and that was that was pure genuineness, and it
mhm.
felt so good compared to my very first time, due to the
Yeah.
fact I knew who I was, and also with me knowing other Black women in the system. Sometimes Black women will turn on Black women,
Mhm.
and with that being said, it hurt because some of us are already used to that from a young age.
Yeah.
So we have to protect ourselves and then protect our community still. But with
Mhm.
me, I learned to grow and I had to continue to pray because
Mhm.
the enemy will always try to attack. Will try to attack your mind, spirit, physical
Mhm.
self, and then those around you when he can't attack that.
Mhm.
As a dark skinned woman, a Black female, a young advocate, I am proud to say I'm very confident in pageantry to inspire not only the youth, but all ages, ethnicities to continue being you
Mm.
regardless.
Yeah.
If you even see my pageant photos, I was snatching those wigs off, throwing it on. I had to represent that afro. I sure
Yeah,
did.
you
And it was
sure did.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was.
I felt so bold. I felt so
What made you
confident.
say? What made you say I'm going to wear afro and not the traditional long black Floyd hair?
I just got tired of them. I saw my
Yeah,
curls. I was trying to figure out. I don't even know how to curl my hair with the
yeah,
lace front on. Shout out
yeah.
to all my hairstylists who I was messaging. I said, you know what? I don't even have time to take my cornrows out. Let me put my afro on because
Yeah.
they're going to see that I'm a dare to be different, and I want them to know
Mm,
who I am, who I'm a part of.
mhm,
And we don't typically
mhm,
see afros. I want them to
mhm,
continue seeing that, and they're going to
mm.
remember me because I'm going to
Yeah,
continue showing that.
yeah, yeah. Are the black pageant queens judge harshly based off what? Because I'm sure you all have a standard that you have to go by when
Mhm,
when you are competing. Are black
mhm.
girls judged more harshly than the non-black girls?
So unfortunately, I wouldn't know that answer because with the judges, they're up under their confidentiality.
Got
So we
it.
wouldn't know our scores until like a week or two after the pageantry. I haven't received my scores yet. All we'll know is
Okay.
that we're judged harshly on our interview. The
Mm.
interview is the main portion.
Okay. Hmm. Wow, that's interesting. Because I don't know much about pageantry. I mean,
Hmm.
obviously, like you said, we just see the beauty of it. We don't know the hard work that goes
Hmm.
behind it. And I know some women are very dedicated to it. I mean, it's a passion and a purpose behind it. As far as beauty standards goes, how do you define beauty today compared to when you were younger?
I was very insecure when I was younger, and that was just due to the fact on growing up, I was still finding myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever seen more of my modeling photos, and I tell people I never covered them up, but I have scars all over my body. I
Mm-hmm.
may look like a pageant queen, but honey, I'm a little town boy. I will go outside. I'll be in my garden. I will be scoping
Yeah.
up mulch. I tell people, I post on my social media, I love being outside. I
Mm-hmm.
have scars all over my body from just growing up and not taking
Yeah.
care of them. In the recent years of me being an esthetician, I started taking care of deep keloid scarring, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel like I would get more attention with scars, becoming a model and pageant queen.
Mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
look at pageantry, you're like smooth skin, glowing
Yeah.
skin, just flawless. And with me becoming a model at 17, I started looking at more of the skin coloration and discoloration, and I used to judge myself harshly. Around
Yeah.
when I became 21, that's when I was like, you know what, it's me. They're gonna see
Yeah.
me walk before they evaluate each scar. And if they're gonna judge me off of each scar, then that means they're not ready for me. I used to say I'm not
Mhm.
ready for them, but no, they're not ready for me. But I have did over like 50 shows. I've been out the country many times. So it's a
Yeah.
blessing to see my worth for the people who do not look at my scars before. With
Y
pageantry, it was a little frustrating because I used to think that's what fought me. But sometimes you'll never know. But all I know is that I can't let that hold me back.
Mhm.
And I tell
Mhm.
people, you're gonna meet me first before anything. But I tell
Yeah.
women growing up, don't let any insecurity, don't let any fault hold you back from your destiny. Because if it's for you, it's coming for you regardless, no matter
That's
what.
right. That's
Mhm.
right. And I really love that you embrace those scars because
Mhm.
there's a little girl out there who has eczema. I was a little girl who had
Mhm.
eczema and I got scars too. You know, I had bad skin my whole life. And I wish I would have been able to see a black woman on TV who would embrace her scars, especially if she was a pageant queen or a model.
Mhm.
That would have been so empowering. So I really
Mhm.
love that you're doing that because you're giving little girls confidence, maybe little girls you might never even meet or even speak to, but it is implanting something, it's planting a seed in them that's going to say, hey, I remember this girl I saw on Instagram who she
Right.
had scars and she was she's a model. So I think that's really amazing. There are days when we all don't have the confidence that we want to have.
Yes.
Some days it's effortless and some days it's not
Mhm.
so much. What do you do on days where you don't feel confident?
When I don't feel confident, I love to organize.
Mm.
I love to organize. The reason why is because I feel like when I'm organizing, there's space that I haven't touched that can give me more creative energy.
Mm,
After that,
okay.
I'll spend time with my family. Other than that, I know it may sound like ADD, but I love organizing things for my future.
Yeah.
And then also I'll start praying, and I like my
Mhm.
peace. I like to do things
Mhm.
peaceful. I love to draw, create. So I believe that's all in that same arena. I also like to read. So just anything with personal time.
Yeah.
That's
So you
anytime I
you
feel
like
confident, I pull back.
pretty much grounding yourself.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I heard somebody say something, if you don't feel confident, fake it till you make it. Pretend to be confident sometimes.
And I've done that many times before, but sometimes don't do it too much to where it pulls you back when you're alone,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
sometimes it all crashes down on you when it's quiet. So
Yeah.
even if you know you're pushing it or you're not confident enough, talk to yourself and breathe and be like, okay, we'll have a reset later. Let's go ahead and
Mhm.
try to create some good energy. If you get overstimulated or any of that possible nature, pull back. Do not
Yeah.
force your body. If your body is telling you health is wealth.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
I've done it
Yeah.
so many times, and y'all see me burning stuff in my backyard like today.
I did. I was like, girl, it's 1,000 degrees outside.
I tell people I don't play.
I know that's right. You talk about how God saved your life, and I know you're very
Yes.
big on your faith. I
Mhm.
noticed in your bio it says God is within me. How
Correct.
has your faith shaped the woman you've become?
Woo,
Go ahead
honey,
and testify. Go
let me tell
testify.
you. Okay. We're here. All right, I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna let it be known. In 2022, I went through a horrible breakup. And it
Mhm.
was it was majority on my end as well.
Mhm.
It was December 7th. I remember the days, because what
Ooh.
happens is, and I tell everyone, right before the blessing is the storm. And
Mhm.
you're going to have to make that choice on if you're going to do it alone or you're going to give it to God.
Mhm.
I tell people I'm more spiritual than religious,
Yeah.
because everybody's relationship with God is different.
Mhm.
That's why I tell people God don't play about me.
Yeah.
He do not
Yeah.
play about me.
Yeah.
My car got stolen. I wasn't at work. I think I
Mm.
wasn't able to get in school. Me and my ex-boyfriend broke up. It was a horrible breakup. Something else happened. I think I was negative thousands in my account. I don't even know what happened. I said, all right, Lord, take me now. Take me now. I said, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
And I tell people this go into mental health, suicide awareness, so many things, because you never know what's going on in people's lives. And I was on the 14th Street Bridge, I believe. That's right there by the Hotel Indigo. And I was there till 2 a.m. in the morning, just making the
Mm.
hardest decision of my life. And I was just talking to God. And I haven't told this story about a year, but there is a
Mhm.
homeless man. And I swear to this day, I said it was just an angel. It was just an angel.
Mm.
And it was chilly. It was cold. You know how cold it is in December in Columbus. It was
Mhm.
some years ago.
Especially on that bridge.
But right above the water, a homeless man just was walking by. With me crying and sobbing, I couldn't hear him. But typically,
Mm.
your body will let you know someone's coming. He just he walked in front of me. I was on the bench right there in the middle of the bridge, and he touched my shoulder. At first, I couldn't even hold on. Who's this?
Mm.
But he said, "You're gonna be okay."
Mm.
Dude, don't you see me crying, contemplating life, and you just gonna touch my shoulder and say I'm okay? But as
Mhm.
soon as he said that, I literally just felt a relief.
Mm.
And I was like, God, why did you just send somebody to me? I I'm gonna tell you, I blinked, the man was gone. The man was
Mm.
gone. I tell people there's angels in Columbus. There's angels
Yes,
all around. I had met so
it
many
is.
people who just gave blessings and disappeared, because God is letting us know that you are not alone.
Yeah.
After that, I got baptized December 22nd. I tell people, when you're ready to elevate your life, it's going to happen. When you're truly ready to let go of your old life, it's going to
Yeah.
happen. And sometimes, and I tell people I'm not perfect. I've had my slip ups. Sometimes
Mm.
I feel like, oh, let me go back to how I was before. It don't feel the same. I tell
Yeah.
people I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I like
Yeah.
the person who I'm growing to be. Spiritually, God had definitely held my hand, and He's holding my hand now.
Mhm.
But that's
Yeah.
when life took a turn for me. And ever since then, it's just been blessings. Because the
Yeah.
past 4 years before then, just complete hell.
Mm-hmm.
It was complete hell. I always cried on
Yeah.
my birthday. Stuff
Mm.
from August, from December was just so much. I am very proud to say that I am awaiting this year.
Mm.
I'm so excited to see what's going to happen because blessings
Yeah.
have been coming at me left and right. Even when people try to come into my life now and that have turned on me instantly and negatively, and I'm like, God, obviously they had to remove themselves out of my life. I don't even want no explanation. The
Mm-hmm.
people will see who I am now today. It's God grace. You're gonna meet me.
Yeah.
You're gonna meet who God created and still
Mm.
created. He won't judge me by my past.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want you to know at 24 years old, that is a lesson that a lot of people do not get. I
Mhm.
am 39 years old. And when I tell you that there are people that I know that are my age and even older, and they haven't even gotten a fraction of the lesson that you received. Heartbreak changes us. I say that all the time.
Yes, it
Heartbreak
do.
changes you, and you can't go back to what you used to do. You can't go back
Mhm.
to those old circles. You can't continue to have the same conversations you had. Because when you're in heartbreak, it forces you to run to your faith, or
It
it
do.
should at least. It should. And having those conversations with God and praying, that changes you. Healing changes you. What are some things that you had to let go of that might have been a part of your identity, or may have been difficult to let go of when you were
Mhm.
in the season of transition?
One heavy thing that I had to let go was drinking.
Okay.
It was because of who I allowed myself to be around as well.
Mm-hmm.
The company you keep, that saying is true. Because see, to
Mm.
you, you're like, oh, I trust these people. Whatever I am, whatever they do. But see, you
Yeah.
have to realize what they do in private, what they do with their friends, because you can't trust that. And the people who
Mm-hmm.
I was around at that time, I was constantly going out, doing so much. And I lost sight of so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Even with my last, I had a situationship. That was my last heartbreak. And it was like
Yeah.
the beginning of this year. And it
Mm.
broke me so much. And it almost made me resort back to certain things I did years ago. But
Yeah.
then when I tried to do something, I was like, it don't feel the same. I'm so much
Mm.
more.
Mm.
Besides drinking, I think it was I lost sleep on my schedule. I wasn't even going to sleep. I was looking
Mm.
tired. I wasn't taking care of my health.
Mhm.
I you notice a change in your face.
Mhm.
People will say when people are starting to say you look tired every day, when they're so used to you being hi,
Yeah.
no, it
Yeah.
looks not even depressing. It looks saddening. You
Mhm.
lose the
Mm.
life in your eyes, and you could tell when someone don't have life in their eyes, and that's the most saddest thing. And I was about to get to that point, but God sent me people. he
Yeah.
sent he sent me a better relationship with all my family. He sent me more clientele for my job. He sent me more opportunities. He sent me my boyfriend today. He
Yeah.
sent me so many great things, and I'm so proud to be where I am. I'm so proud.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I think once you really get in alignment, things just
Mhm.
start to unfold for you. What's some things that were in alignment for you? What things started to unfold that reminded you or gave you confirmation that okay, I'm going in the direction that God wants me to go in?
When I started talking about politics, I said, wait a minute.
Ah.
I said, am I inspiring the community? Me? Wait a minute. Kaliece Henry. I'm Kaliece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love to talk about the negatives and positives of politics because I tell people if we were all the same, this world would be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, it would have been. We have to embrace people's opinions, whether they're right or wrong. We can't make somebody believe the same thing at the end of the day, unfortunately. When
Mm-hmm.
it was voting season for Columbus, Georgia, 706, and we had to elect certain officials. I publicized certain officials that I was comfortable with publicizing, and I had over 25 people who never voted before. They contacted
Mm.
me. I was like, "Hey, Kaliece, I want to let you know that I voted. I saw your
Mm.
polls, and I just want to say thank you. Continue saying and doing things because I was scared, but you're saying dare to be different and do things like this. I've been
Mm.
watching you." So it was also that alignment. I started teaching. I had a class of 30 models to teach them runway confidence.
Mm.
And that was a blessing. God's giving me these blessings left to right.
Yeah.
I'm spending some more time with my family when I can because I'm so busy. But I notice when I have that inch of time or when they ask me to do something, I'm like, okay, I'm here. I need to make time for them. So that's something I'm still working on. I want to make more time for my family because I love my family.
Yeah.
I love my
Yeah.
family. I wouldn't be nowhere without them. Shout out to my family. Love you, grandma. But I wouldn't be nowhere without them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. You know, when we think about our hardest moments, right? Especially when it comes to heartbreak, like child, I've been there, friendships and romantic relationships, right? They hurt real bad. And we're like, man, why this? Like, I wish I never would have gotten this situation to feel this kind of hurt. But what I realize is that, you know, it's just like touching a hot stove. Like, you're not gonna know the stove is hot unless you touch it, and you're not going to know the effects of that pain, and you're not going to remember the pain
Mhm.
unless it really hurts, right? Because you
Right.
don't want to keep touching it.
Correct.
And once you go through all those things, you get so much wisdom, you get so much clarity.
Mhm.
And then when you start praying for alignment, that blessings start coming so quickly, because I believe, you know, when we pray to have people, you know, hey, remove them out of my life if they're not for
Correct.
me, he wants us to be aligned with him, right? So when we're
Correct.
aligned with him, we got him in the center of everything, then
Mhm.
everything else starts to manifest as just as it should. And that's why it's so important to for us to grieve certain things,
It
but you
is.
got to get, yeah, you got to leverage a lesson out of it. Yeah, it hurts.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, that heartbreak hurts. But what's
You
the
gotta
what's the
feel it.
lesson? Yeah, you gotta feel it. And the fact that you are in your 20s and you are learning these lessons, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You remind
You're
me a
gonna
lot of
feel
myself.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, you remind me a lot of myself, actually. Going back to, your influence and being inspiring, what does it mean to you to represent young Black girls?
With representing young Black women, just hearing that question, I just felt the great energy. We don't have to outshine nobody. It's
Hmm.
vested within us.
Yeah.
We don't have to prove ourselves with nobody. People see
Hmm.
us when we walk in the room, regardless. So it's
Hmm.
more of inner work we have to do with ourselves. Don't look at no one who's around you. I don't
Yeah.
care what the universe or the world try to bestow on us. With
Hmm.
me being an influencing young Black women, I tell them, I want you to continue to grow in yourself, but realize we are at a standard, a higher standard above all, regardless. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's okay to fall, but we're destined to be higher.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that a lot of people personally contact me and say, hey, Kaliece, you inspire me. Because if people
Aw.
really see my social media, the way how my page is, how it resonates with everybody, it's not,
Mhm.
I don't need followers. I don't need views. It's personal. I've
Yeah.
had my page since 2018 and I done been through so many phases. I was in my
Mhm.
rebel phase when I cut all my hair off and I was bald and I was wearing all my
Mhm.
colors. I was in my calm phase where I was just more in the garden and I was quiet. And now I'm in
Mhm.
my leadership phase to where I'm like, embrace all of them,
Yeah.
but know who
Yeah.
is healthy for you. It's okay
Yeah.
to acknowledge your phases because we got
Yeah.
so many we haven't even met yet. So
Yeah.
embrace them and embrace the
Yeah.
past and embrace the future and love your
Yeah.
present.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What if a little Black girl comes up to you and say, "Kaliece, I want to be just like you when I grow up." What do you hope that she knows about herself first?
I'm gonna say you're already confident
Mhm.
because look at you all. Look at who you are. Look at her already
Mhm.
feeling that. Because if you're looking at me, you're saying that that means you feeling it yourself already.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
allow yourself to embrace that.
Yeah.
And a few little girls, when I
Yeah.
came back from Chicago for my petite nationals, I was embraced with a warmness
Mm.
from this little girl community I was invited to, and it was a blessing to have them in the group picture and them all them looking like, Kalice, we miss you. You're so
Yeah.
amazing and great. And I'm just like, oh, I'm such a crybaby because I was looking at
Yeah.
them. I don't even know what to
Yeah.
say. Sometimes it leaves you speechless.
Mhm.
Sometimes you're not gonna have words for a lot because
Mm.
it too resonates with us because of how we grew up. A lot of
Yes.
this isn't what we see when I
Yeah.
grew up.
Yeah.
With my mother, she was one of the women I looked up to. That's one of the
Mhm.
main older women I looked up to. She wanted me to do pageantries when I was younger, but I was such a tomboy. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, pageantry? What is a pageant?
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was jumping off roofs, jumping in bushes, running,
Yeah.
no feet, no socks, street light at 6. I
Right.
embraced it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
What would speaking of little girls, what would you tell the little girl in you if she can see you now?
we made it.
Mm.
Look at where you thought we wouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want you to know that we have some more growing to do. But I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. And don't doubt
Mm.
yourself. Don't doubt
Right.
yourself. You're already ordained.
Mm.
Hmm.
Fa- Facts. Facts. When people hear the name Kaliece Henry years from now, what do you hope that they remember about you?
I want them to know the legacy I am going to leave behind. The
Mm.
confidence in women, but also the confidence in themselves. And that's going to be more in women and men. And the only reason why I
Mhm.
say that, because the power in the mirror, which is my platform, is
Mhm.
strictly for women at the moment. But in the future, it's going to be global for everybody.
Yes.
But starting it
Yes.
out, it's going to be established for my women because my women need to be tailored to. We
Mm.
create life.
Mhm.
We are important.
Yeah.
We rule the world. Shout out to Beyonce.
Yeah.
We rule the world.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
I truly want them to know that as a Black woman, we are strong and we are powerful, and we're not your enemy. We are here to love and help you. We are not your
Mm.
enemy. Despite of what people have went through with Black women, regardless if they are a problem or not in their eyes, we are here to help. In this community, in this life, we are here to help. And
Mm.
you have to allow us to help you.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. What do you feel like your purpose is? What is your calling?
I don't know.
Mm. I think you're
And
living it.
I'm living. I was just about to say, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm learning. I'm living it. And that's why I'm so open minded and embraceful because I'm ready to take it all in. I'm
Mhm.
ready to learn the path God do have for me. Because remember at the
Mm.
time I just thought I had it all planned out for myself. But now I'm quiet. I'm letting
Mhm.
God handle
Yeah.
it because I'm learning not to put too much on my plate because I can't get lost.
Yeah.
I can't get lost in the blessings because sometimes that's where we get lost at. But we
Yeah.
have to allow God to keep creating the path.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's okay to
Absolutely.
not know because you're still living in it.
Mhm.
You know? I got a crowd of people outside this conference room right now watching me.
Well, you know what, and that's the thing about visibility. Have you
Mhm.
always been comfortable being seen?
I have. And I used to be a
Yeah.
person who was shy, but when I was
Mm.
16, I knew it was for me. And my grandma
Yeah.
told me this story. If anybody meet my grandma, y'all met my mother, but if you met my grandma, she'll tell you this story. She said, before I was born in my mother's stomach, the pastor and I believe the prophet of the church that my grandma took my mother was pregnant with me, and the prophet told my mother that this baby will be in the spotlight. This baby will
Mm.
bring people together, will bring people to God's word. And he
Mm.
said so much other stuff. All he said that I was a fish and I shot up in the air in the water. Grandma, hopefully I'm telling this story right, but put in the comments when I repost this video. I shot in the air and everybody was like, oh. So to this day, I will always look and remember in my head about that video because when I'm
Mm.
in the camera, when I'm in the spotlight, I instantly like jump in motion. I'm instantly like there. I make sure
Mm.
everything is great with any production or any entertainment. So I'm excited. I'm
Mhm.
happy. I'm just happy in my present.
Yeah. Yeah. I see you have a book in your hand. What is that book about?
So I wanted this to be visible. So this book is actually the ABCs of wavy and curly hair.
I love it.
So in Chicago, where I just came from my petite nationals, one of the pageant queens, her name is Miss Stacy. She published a book for wavy and curly hair. And she also gave this book to me and she wrote in it. And she said,
Aw.
Kaliece, let those curls fly. You are beautiful. Your hair is crown of beauty. When she
Aw, I
saw
love
me,
that.
thank you, when she saw me at the petite national pageant in my afro, she was overfilled with joy. She was running down the hallway. She was like,
Mm.
you, Kaliece, you're her. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She said, you're the book of my cover. You're
Mm.
her. And she ran out and gave me this book. So I'm actually
Oh,
gonna frame it, and I'm actually gonna buy more. And I can
yeah.
send you the information. And this
Yes,
actually helped me.
please.
Growing up as a Black woman and Black young girl, I didn't tailor to my hair.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, that's why I just pay people to do my hair. Sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I do struggle, but my natural hairstylist, she helped me with all my hair. Shout out to Kiwi. She do all my hairstyles and she helped me learn about my hair. And this
Mm-hmm.
book actually taught me some information. So it's a
Okay.
great book to just learn and be embraceful. And there's a book for us. There's so many
Yes.
opportunities and so many directories for us Black women.
I love that. I definitely
Yes,
send me the
ma'am.
information. I'm going to put it in the description. I'm going to get that for my niece, as a matter of
Yes,
fact. I
ma'am.
think that's great. That is so wonderful. And what's the name of the author?
It's Miss Stacy.
Okay. And you can purchase it anywhere?
You can
Amazon?
purchase it online. Actually, I believe online, and then she do direct orders. I believe she's trying to get it on
Okay.
Amazon. I'll send you the correct information.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
ma'am.
So tell people what you have going on, what you have coming up. Tell us about your business that you do. Make people beautiful.
So when I'm not in pageantry, I am a licensed esthetician at the number one
Uh-huh.
skincare clinic, Columbus Skincare Salon. I am the manager and the owner is Miss Yolanda Hall. Shout out to Miss Yolanda. I have been an esthetician there for 5 years. I've been the manager there for 4, and I let people know with the experience and the knowledge that I continue to gain. It is a blessing for me to have the clientele that I have and continue
Mhm.
growing because I love skincare. I want to become a
Mhm.
dermatologist and own my own wellness clinic in the future.
Mhm.
So it's a blessing to gain all the knowledge and experience that I have now. I love brows. I love facials. I love creating skin regimens. I feel like that's my
Mhm.
number one specialty, learning about your skin type. So if you're
Yeah.
looking for a licensed esthetician and not a dermatologist, but I can send you some highly recommended dermatologists, just come to me first and we could go from there. Come to
Mhm.
Columbus Skincare Salon down on Fortston Road, 7519, Suite 1B, right off Veterans Parkway.
That's right. You better let them know I will be coming down there
I
because if it's one thing I love, it's a facial.
listen, I'll take care of you. You'll see results
I,
in a minimum of 2 weeks.
oh, I believe you. I look at your skin. It's beautiful,
Thank
flawless.
you. You're beautiful as well.
Thank you.
And my
Thank you.
skin didn't always used to look like this. When I was growing up, I had very acneic skin, very textured, very dry, very flaky.
Mhm.
And with becoming an esthetician, I learned more about myself. I have a versatile clientele base, and that's what I love
Mhm.
as well to publicize. You have to
Yeah.
know how to treat everybody. You cannot just work on one
Mhm.
skin type. You can't just work on one ethnicity.
Mhm.
You will not be tailoring to your community. You won't.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true. You got to be diverse in everything that you do, especially if you want to service everybody.
There we go. Correct. I'm also
Mhm.
a runway model coach. I've been modeling for over, let's say 8 years now. I just
Mhm.
came back from Paris in March and it was a blessing. I love to travel.
Ooh.
Listen, get the pass. Do you have your passport?
I do. I've been to Paris twice.
Let's go to Sicilia. Let's go back to Milano. I want to go to London. I love traveling. I realized that with me wanting to be a model coordinator, it was when I came back from Paris because I love the
Mm.
scenery. I love the aesthetic.
Oh
I
gosh,
always been,
yes.
yes, it's beautiful. I've always been a
Yeah.
creative director in my head, but now I call
Mhm.
myself a creative strategist because I know
Mm.
how to place and put things together and organize them the way they need to be. And to coordinate models, I know the look, I know the style, I know what they need, I know what production teams are looking for. I'm not an agency, but I'm someone that can help you get picked by one.
Mm.
I do not want to take away from what you have. I just want you to build on your walk, build on that etiquette. So that's
Yeah.
something I have in the works. So I'm excited to share in the future. But
Yeah.
yes, Rita.
Wh- Yeah. What else you have in the works? Tell everybody else what you got coming up. What can we look forward to from Kaliece?
So what you can look forward to for Kaliece Henry, I'm also the network experience host for the Bloom, which will be
Okay.
coming up in October. I'm also going to be speaking at Jordan High School in November. I do have some great speaking engagements, so I'm letting everybody know to just continue following me on Facebook because I
Mhm.
have so much in the works. I will be posting when it happens. I'm about to get
Yeah.
me a social media manager at this point because
Yeah.
I'm missing so many opportunities.
So what can they follow you on social media?
On social media, you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Kaliece, IamKaliece, and on Facebook, it's my first name and last name, Kaliece Henry, Kaliece, last name Henry, Henry. And in my bio is a link tree to all my other socials. So just click that link. It'll also take you to Columbus Skincare Salon for people who need their brows, full body waxing, men and women, and ready to get on
Mhm.
that skin regimen. I am PRX specialist, so we go ahead and take away them fine lines and wrinkles. We do
Mhm.
so much, so check out our website.
Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so important for me to get with people who have a passion for something.
Mhm.
I think everybody has a story. No matter what somebody's doing, no matter how small, how big it is, everybody has a story behind why they are doing what they're doing. And
Right.
so, anybody that says yes to come on the calling series, it's a privilege and a blessing to me to
Mhm.
be able to trust me to share your story. So I really appreciate it. I
Thank
love
you.
what you are doing. I cannot wait to see how much you flourish. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what you have, just how big you're going to get, because you got it. You got it. You got the mindset, you got the intelligence, you've got the beauty, obviously. But it's the way you think about things,
Thank
and you
you.
are so very mature. And I know that maturity came at a cost.
Mhm.
Women, especially Black women, when we're young and we're very mature, people don't understand that it costs something for us to be that way. There were things that we had to lose. Sometimes it's our childhood. And
Right.
so I do know that, being a mature Black woman, I know that you don't take that for granted. And so I do
Right.
understand where you come from. So, do you have anything else you want to add that you think people should know?
Thank you. Thank you for wanting me to be a part of your series because as soon as I went on your Facebook, the heartbreak episode was the first one I came across. And I resonated with that episode. And I was just like, wow, heartbreak hurts, but it shifts you. So I just
Mhm,
wanted to take back on that and allow that heartbreak to hurt so you don't go back and make that same decision. And it's
mhm.
hard when you have to choose you. And that's something I'm still doing to this day. I just want to let everybody know, continue watching Calling the series, continue supporting this creator because a lot of, I don't even say small, I say impactful. You're
Mhm.
very impactful. I just want to let you know you're going to continue doing great things. Continue bringing versatility and continue bringing the visionary. I see what you're doing. Continue.
Mhm.
Don't get caught in a crossfire. Don't feel like you're not doing enough. Don't feel
Mhm.
like, oh, I need to do more. No, you're doing enough. You're doing great. I want you to keep going. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me here. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Columbus Skincare Salon. Shout out to my mom, my grandma, my boyfriend. Hey, everybody. My brothers. I'm on TV, y'all. I'm on TV. Shout out to my
Silly.
photographer, Zion Media. He's here recording me right now.
Well, that is all for the calling series this episode. Make sure that you guys subscribe so you can see the next artist, visionary, entrepreneur, small business owner. We're gonna have everybody on here. I got so many great guests lined up. I cannot wait. And we're
Yes.
gonna have all type of people. It's diverse over here. Men, women, black, white, whatever. Okay. It's for
Dog,
anybody,
cat.
everybody. Everybody. Okay. If your dog got a talent, bring it on. We're gonna talk to your dog. But that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Kaliece, and thank you everybody who has been watching and supporting. And I'll see y'all next time.
See you next time.